Adolf Hitler, a name that echoes through history, synonymous with terror and tyranny. But how well do we really know this man? When we hear the name Adolf Hitler, our minds instantly conjure images of a dark era marked by war and genocide. A man who, through his actions, became the embodiment of evil in the 20th century. Yet behind the infamous dictator was a man with complexities, contradictions, and human idiosyncrasies. He was a figure who, as much as he was hated, also intrigued the world. This intrigue stems from the desire to understand how one man could wield such immense power and cause such widespread devastation. Today, we delve into 10 insane facts about Adolf Hitler. So let's embark on this journey, peeling back the layers of infamy to reveal the man behind the dictator. Fact number 1. Hitler, the dictator, was also Hitler, the artist and architect. Yes, you heard it right. Before he became the infamous Führer, Adolf Hitler harbored dreams of becoming a professional artist. His passion for art was so profound that he applied to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts not once, but twice. However, the admissions panel was unimpressed by his architectural drawings, and he was rejected both times. This rejection deeply affected Hitler. His dreams of studying art shattered. He found himself living in homeless shelters in Vienna, selling postcards with his drawings to make ends meet. In his autobiography, Mein Kampf, he mentioned these years as the most difficult period of his life. Ironically, today his artworks are sold at auctions for thousands of dollars. His thwarted artistic ambition left a lasting impact on his life and the course of world history. In another world, he might have been a painter instead of a dictator. Fact number 2, Hitler was a vegetarian. Now that's an interesting contrast. He adopted this lifestyle due to his empathy for animals and a deep disdain for animal cruelty. Often he'd compare the slaughter of animals to the mass murder of humans, a gruesome parallel that he ironically didn't seem to extend to his own actions. His meals mainly comprised of vegetables, grains, and fruits, with a particular fondness for stuffed pigeon. An animal lover at heart, Hitler's dietary choice remains a stark contrast to his inhumane actions. Before we move on, don't forget to check our other videos in the World War II playlist. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments and hit that like and subscribe button. Fact number 3, Hitler had ailurophobia, a fear of cats. That's right, the man responsible for one of humanity's darkest chapters was terrified of our feline friends. This fear was so profound that he'd often change his route to avoid encountering a cat. It's reported that he would even leave the room if one entered. Such a fear was not common in his time, and it certainly added another unusual layer to his character. Quite ironic, a man who instilled fear in millions feared a common house cat. Fact number 4, Hitler had a fear of dentists. Yes, you heard it right. The man who instilled fear in millions was himself fearful of sitting in a dentist's chair. From gum infections to tooth decay, his oral health was a constant source of discomfort and pain. But what really intensified his suffering was his intense fear of dentists. This fear, also known as dentophobia, made routine checkups and treatments a nightmare for him. It's a stark reminder that even the most formidable figures in history had their own fears and insecurities. Despite his powerful persona, Hitler too had fears and weaknesses. Fact number 5, Hitler had an undying love for opera. This passion was deep-seated, particularly for the grandiose works of Richard Wagner. The dramatic narratives, the powerful music, these were more than mere entertainment for him. They were an escape, a refuge, a source of inspiration. Wagner's works like Tristan und Isolde and The Ring of the Nibelung were among his favorites. It's a stark contrast, isn't it? In the midst of chaos, the Führer found solace in the harmonious notes of opera. Fact number 6, Hitler was vehemently against smoking. You see, Hitler was a non-smoker himself and had a deep-seated disdain for the habit. He viewed it as a waste of money and a threat to public health. His policies reflected this, as he initiated one of the first public anti-smoking campaigns in modern history. He even went as far as offering gold watches to his officers if they quit. An advocate for healthy living, Hitler's stance on smoking was surprisingly progressive. Fact number 7, Hitler was once nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Yes, you heard it right. In a twist of fate that reeks of irony, Adolf Hitler was nominated for the esteemed Nobel Peace Prize in 1939. This nomination came at a time when the world was on the brink of the most catastrophic war in human history, a war that Hitler himself would instigate. A chilling reminder of how appearances can be deceiving, isn't it? a nomination that history would later find deeply ironic. Fact number 8 and 9. Hitler had some eccentric personal habits. Adolf Hitler was known for his extreme germaphobia. He was obsessed with cleanliness to the point where it interfered with his daily life. Hitler would wash his hands obsessively and avoided handshakes as much as possible. He even went as far as to have his clothes and office furniture sterilized daily. This obsession may have stemmed from a fear of disease, or perhaps it was an extension of his need for control. The other odd trait Hitler had was his addiction to a cocktail of drugs. His personal physician, Dr. Theodor Morell, regularly administered him a mixture of vitamins, hormones, and even hard drugs, including cocaine and methamphetamine. This cocktail was meant to keep him alert and energetic, but it also likely contributed to his erratic behavior and decision-making. His personal life was as complex and baffling as his political one. Fact number 10. Hitler was a fan of American Westerns. Yes, believe it or not, the man who led a reign of terror sought solace in the tales of the American Old West. Adolf Hitler, despite his brutal rule and stern demeanor, enjoyed immersing himself into the world of classic Westerns, particularly those penned by Karl May. A German author, May was known for his adventure novels set against the backdrop of the American Old West. These novels proved to be a remarkable escapade for Hitler amidst his tumultuous rule. From cowboy heroes to epic gunfights, the stories provided a form of entertainment and distraction for him. Now this fascination didn't just serve as a personal leisure activity. It in many ways influenced his thoughts, strategies, and indirectly his leadership. The escapism provided by these Westerns can also give us a glimpse into the complexities of his character, offering new perspectives on his persona. And there you have it, 10 lesser-known facts about one of history's most infamous figures. We dove into the depths of a man often seen in black and white, revealing shades of gray. We discovered his artistic ambitions, his vegetarian lifestyle, and his peculiar fear of cats. We delved into his passion for opera. We learned about his commitment to a smoke-free life, and the surprising fact that he was once a nominee for the Nobel Peace Prize. We explored eccentric habits and discussed his fearful end, illustrating a portrait far more complex than the dictator stereotype. These revelations do not excuse his atrocities, but provide a more comprehensive understanding of a man who left an indelible mark on the world. History is often more nuanced than it appears, and even the darkest figures have layers waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for watching us here on JFacts channel. Please like and subscribe and join us on this journey as we delve into history, but more so the numerous wars that have happened in our past. Let's hope that we learn from our past for a better future.